Hey guys, Mark here at SweatyPixels.com, and I'm here with Paul at the Elderscrolls Online booth, at the Bathesda booth at PAX East 2013. And I couldn't interview yesterday, but I'm interviewing Paul today. I got to play the game for an hour yesterday, Paul, and it was just, I was floored by it. I'm really excited about the game, but I do have a bunch of questions, so I'm just going to start asking them. First things first, I got to level 5. The opening of the game was, to me, I wouldn't say typical, but it felt very fluid. It felt good. It was fun. What's as far as Endgame, Elder Game? What do you guys have planned for that as far as like rating and high-end content?
Yeah, so there's lots of things you'll be able to do when you hit 50, right? So 50 is our level cap, but it by no means is the end of the game. So if you complete your alliance story, you go through all of your alliance, then you'll actually be able to get to what we call moving on to like the almost 50 plus, right? So you'll get to keep the same character, but you get to play in other alliances. And then if you go past that, let's say you get that next alliance done, then you'll go to kind of like what we're internally calling 50 plus plus, which is even more difficult content that kind of scales to you. So all the rewards, all that stuff scales, but it's completely new content for you. So you get to go through the whole thing, and it's amazing. Then we also have our what we're calling our master dungeons, and master dungeons are like dungeon, the second part of the dungeon. So if you went through a dungeon with 4 of your buddies, and now this is the second part. So it's different areas within the dungeon, a completely different story. So that's a lot of fun. And then you also have this huge PvP area, which is Cyrodiil, right? It's as big as almost 9 of our normal zones. And you can start that at level 10, but that's just completely something that you can keep doing past level 50. You'll still be gaining experience when you're doing that. So there's just a lot of fun and a lot of stuff to do post 50.
Awesome. Can you elaborate anything on raids and whatnot, and how they're going to be formulated? How many people? 10, 20, 40?
So we're not announcing our plans right now for kind of the large group content. That's something we'll talk about a little bit more later on.
Okay. Guilds? Any comments on guilds? And will there be guilds in the game? I'm assuming there will be.
Yeah. So there's actually, interestingly enough, in Elder Scrolls, of course, there's the Fighters Guild, there's the Mages Guild, and there's other guilds. But we also, of course, have player guilds, right? So you'll be able to form large player guilds because our meta server technology means you never have to pick a server, right? And so with Mega Server, then that means that if you just want to go anywhere and say like join a guild, and then I want to join another guild, you'll be able to join up to like 5 guilds at this point.
Wow. Okay. So I've been trying to follow as much information about the game as I can. There's been so much that it's overwhelming. So the Mega Server thing, there's no one particular server. So I'm not on US East whatever, and you're on US West whatever, and we can't play together. That's not a problem anymore?
That's right. That's one of the things that we thought was really important is you just want to get together and play with your friends. So if your buddy's online, fine, go play with them.
That's awesome. That's as you said, that's been a huge issue. It just oh yeah, you play too, let's play. Oh no, we're on different servers. Or if you do want to play, you got to re-roll characters and level them up, and it's a hassle. On another thing about grouping, can you comment as far as how grouping is going to be? Is it going to be? Do you have a system in place where it's going to be kind of like in World of Warcraft, where there's the looking for group system, or the dungeon finder system where you can automatically queue up and do dungeons, or is it going to be old school where if you want to go do a dungeon, find 5 or 6 other people, go to the dungeon like we used to, and actually do the dungeon? I'm just curious. Yeah, so social connections are huge for us. So absolutely we want to have a tool that enables you to go in and play the way you want to play. So if you're looking for a group, we'll have a looking for group tool in there that enables you to find other players. It's a huge thing for us. Cool. And on that same, actually I forgot what I was going to say. That's all right. We'll move on to another question. Looting. Okay, we'll say that for or actually mob tagging. This is old school, but back in the day, someone would come in there and try to kill steal you and stuff like that. Is the loot system going to be pretty much safe, where people aren't going to ninja your kills and all that, and steal your loot?
Absolutely. We know that people just want to play together, right? And they don't want to feel like, hey, this guy's going to take my loot from me. So we make sure that our loot drops are instanced to you as a player. So if you and I kill the same thing and you come up, we're not in a group, you'll get your loot for that and I'll get my loot for that. And we just want people to like have fun and cooperate together when they're in the PvE section.
Oh, I just thought of the question I forgot. Dungeons. Dungeons are going to be anyone can go into them, or are going to be instanced?
So there's two different. We have lots of different kinds of dungeons, but let's go with public dungeons. Where public dungeons are, anybody can go into them, and you can see other players in there, right? Then there's what we internally call our instances, and those are kind of built around 4 people going in, and those are actually instanced out to you. There's even some that are. Well, I already explained the master dungeons, but what I was going to say is there are some that are instance out, for 4, but you'll get little stories that as you progress through the game, there'll be just little pockets where it's actually just instance out for you. And you'll go in very quickly and have a quick experience. And again, it's just kind of solo for you. And our main quest is actually just completely instance out for you. So that's your experience as you go through the main quest.
Okay, cool. One thing I just thought of is there going to be an in-game auction house similar to other MMOs out there, as far as not real money or anything, but just in-game auction house where you can go with game currency and buy a new sword, buy a new shield?
So we know that trade is very important, and we'll be announcing what we're doing with trade later on.
Okay, but there's something's planned.
Something is planned.
Okay, cool. I could go on for days here, but as far as what's your guys' projected release? Like as far as a year, do you have any projection as far as like just when?
I would say when it's ready. That's one of the
good answer.
Yeah, but it's so true, right? We want to make sure that the game is ready to be released to the public.
All right, last question is, and this is one for me because I'm very curious. I believe the beta has started, or it is starting soon, where people are going to start getting invites and being able to come play the closed beta.
Yep, we're in a very small closed beta stage right now, and we'll add more people up in stages. So yep, it's already here, and we'll keep opening it up and making it larger and larger.
All right, so you heard that here, guys. If you're signing up for the beta, just keep your fingers crossed like everyone else. So anyways, guys, this has been Mark with SweatyPixel.com and Paul with Bathesda. Thank you very much, Paul, for your help, and we're all looking forward to Elder Scrolls Online when it comes out. See you guys later.